What's good, you guys? I'm back. It's your boy B-Date, and I'm here to talk to y'all about the sensational stud prospect that is ZION Williamson. And I'm here to tell you guys just why he's probably the best college prospect we've ever had. Maybe outside of Shaq, maybe outside of, obviously Michael Jordan, but you're hard-pressed to find a college prospect better than ZION in the history of the game. Last night he returned in the ACC tournament against Syracuse in their vaunted zone. Tough game to come back to, you would think. It's hard to get a rhythm against a zoning team. But not only does he come back and get a rhythm, he's out there looking dominant as ever, like he never lost a step. He actually looked like he was a little bit better than we've been seeing, and that's hard to believe. He had 29 points, didn't miss a shot from the field, 13 of 13, and he coupled that with 14 rebounds and 5 steals. Just an all-around game for him. It was a sight to see for sure. One thing that really sticks out to me about his game is just how high his motor is and how long that it lasts. A lot of great players, when they know they're a great player and they know they're cream of the crop material and whatnot, they have moments where they coast, and that's excusable. It's human nature. I get it 100%. But he kind of reminds me of like Giannis in a sense, where it seems like every play he's going 100%. Whether it be a game against Syracuse in the ACC tournament or a game against Wake Forest, he seems to always give it 110, and that's really really impressive for a guy with his talent level, to where he doesn't have to do that all the time. It really motivates his teammates. It makes it easier on an already great Coach K to get on the other players, because your best player is your hardest worker. And whenever your best player is your hardest worker, you're going to have a pretty damn good team. He loves to compete, man. He could have easily shut it down for the rest of the season, gone number 1 overall, and, things would have been smooth. Nobody would have said he was wrong to do it. There's a lot of money at stake on the line for him, but he loves to play basketball and he loves to compete. And when you're looking at that at the NBA level, what front office wouldn't want that type of player? Like, you have to draft him number 1. No matter if you have 3 small forwards or 3 power forwards or whatever you consider him as, you have to draft ZION number 1. He is that transcendent of a player. And in college, you rarely see that now. You rarely see transcendent. You see a lot of talent, you see a lot of skill, you see a lot of potential in college now. Rarely do you see transcendent, box office, face of franchise guy in college. Like, he is literally right now, he is a man amongst boys in the game, and he imposes his will on the game in so many ways, and on his opposition. You can see there are certain people out there who are on scholarship to go play D1 basketball who look a little bit afraid of him. Like, that's pretty impressive to me. Another thing that really shows like just how serious of a prospect and just how great of a player he is just last night, for example, you have Kawhi Leonard and LeBron James squaring off on national TV, and you have him playing Syracuse on national TV. And I can only speak for myself, but I know a lot of other people who kept the game on ZION and Duke playing over watching LeBron and the Lakers play Kawhi in Toronto. That speaks volumes to just how transcendent of a guy he is, like I said, and how successful he will be to any franchise. So whoever has the number 1 pick, you found a gem. Now, by no means am I saying he's the perfect player or anything like that, or there's not holes in his game. I'm recording this right now, moments ahead of the North Carolina-Duke game that's going to be coming on. And North Carolina is a team who can kind of exploit a couple weaknesses of any player, so it'll be interesting to see that tonight. But just from what I'm seeing, the only hole I see in his game really is, well, can he shoot from the perimeter? And one concern I have is being 285, 280, whatever he is, like that is a concern for his legs to hold up, you know, the way he moves, the way he changes speeds and changes directions. But as far as his perimeter shooting, the only reason I don't give it as much attention as a lot of people do is because I've seen that you don't have to have the perimeter shooting per se to be a superstar in the league. A young LeBron James, when he came in his first 2-3 years, he couldn't really shoot it. His game was only predicated on driving and dishing. You look at Ben Simmons, you know, he's an emerging superstar. I would consider him a star in the league. He doesn't shoot threes. He really don't even shoot mid-ranges, you know, and he is an effective player because he knows how to play the game and he knows spots he can get to at will. You look at Giannis, who I compared him to a little bit earlier. You know, he's shooting like 21% from three this year. Doesn't matter. He's averaging 29 a game. You know, it doesn't matter. And he's going to win MVP. You look at John Wall before he got hurt. You know, these are all superstars or emerging superstars in the league who don't have that perimeter out aspect of their game, and yet they're still very successful. I think it's pretty interesting. You know, obviously, if he wants to be a better player, yeah, he'll add it to his game, but he can come in the NBA right away and be a 20-point-per-game scorer and be a 5-assist, 6-assist guy because of just how physically imposing he is, not only on these college kids, but he will be physically imposing on some of these grown men because him at 285 right now would be the second heaviest player in the NBA, only behind Boban. You couple that with his motor that I mentioned, you know, he's just always playing at a high level. You couple that with his competitive spirit and his competitive nature, and then you couple that obviously with his game and his skill set and his athleticism, you have a real deal on your hands. And I honestly think this is probably the best college prospect. You heard it again. The best college prospect we have had come through the scene since, I would say, Shaq. You know, I'm not stating nothing that you guys don't already know, but it's just, I feel like I had to talk about it because this guy can come in year one to whatever franchise he gets drafted to. They will build around him, and within 2 to 3 years with that spirit and that energy, man, he can flip a franchise upside down. I know we say that all the time about number 1, number 2 overall picks, but this guy, man, whew, man, man, but yeah, man, that's been it. This is Swing the Rock. If you guys haven't seen any of our other videos, you know, go ahead and tune into some of those. I'll leave a like a card somewhere in the video to the playlist. Go check it out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. If you're not new, thank you for all the support. It's your boy B Date, and I'm outie.